Hey everyone, Matt here from Doctors of Running, and today we're going to do a 100-mile full review of the Saucony Triumph 20. So I've had this for a little bit now. We've got a written review out. I've done an initial review, done some comparison reviews, but wanted to come back after getting over 100 miles. I think I have 106 currently, and durability has been really good. The foam has been holding up. Outsole's held up really well. That's 106 miles. That's nuts to me. So my gait definitely isn't changing because I've ripped through several other shoes in the process. So I think it is the Triumph 20 being triumphant in maintaining a very high durability, despite the major changes which you would normally associate it with being less durable, but it's really gone against that. So I mentioned earlier, this shoe has been totally redone. Yes, there's still Power Run Plus foam, a large stack of it, but it doesn't feel the same. The stack height is now 37 millimeters in the heel, 27 millimeters in the forefoot, so 10 millimeter drop. Doesn't feel like that because the foam compresses so much underfoot and it's so resilient and bouncy. It compresses well and bounces back. I really was surprised when I first put this on, because I was like, is this a trainer or is this an up-tempo shoe? Like, what is this? So definitely a training shoe, but has some versatility to handle some up-tempo miles, but just feels nice and bouncy underfoot. So again, Power Run Plus, don't attack me in the comments with this. I think it's a TPU based foam because it definitely doesn't feel like EVA. It might be an EVA mix. I really don't know. Please don't quote me on that. But it's really bouncy underfoot. It almost feels super shoeless, but it's definitely not P-backs and definitely not P-ba, I think. But it's really bouncy, really nice ride. And that feels good going at easy paces and up-tempo paces. I've done both in this. And when coming in at 9.7 ounce for men's size 9s, it's dropped a lot of weight for being a premium shoe. So it's so far been really, really good. It's definitely a neutral shoe, right? Definitely not, really high stability needs, probably not the best. I've done really well in it because I've been working on my stability, a lot of like single leg exercises, a lot of really intense strength work. I've been able to handle longer mileage in shoes like this. But the nice part is it hasn't been like a soft and unstable ride. It's been kind of a bouncy, directed ride. Not a ton of guidance methods. I mean, some small sidewalls here. Midfoot does narrow. There is sole flare, as with most Saucony shoes, but nothing crazy in terms of guidance, but just a really solid, neutral, premium trainer. And the nice thing is the higher amount of forefoot stack, yeah, it feels cushion here, but it feels most cushion in the rear foot. So people that are rear foot strikers are going to be happy. People that are forefoot strikers are going to be happy. Tons of this really nice training foam. I have tried to do a tempo and faster miles in it, despite the lighter weight. Not the best shoe for that, in my opinion. I think there's a lot of other options that you have for that from Saucony, whether it's the Speed 3 or the Pro 3, even the Kinvara, or even, I can't say it. More on that when we actually get that. But it's done a really great job for handling daily training miles and miles when I'm beat up, because I've noticed that I really like a little bit more bounce when I'm beat up because my legs definitely don't have it. This has it, and it's been really nice. Even on a variety of road, I haven't taken on trail. You're gonna have to ask David about that. I don't typically do that, but it's been a really nice bouncy ride underfoot that's maintained, if anything, gotten better as the miles have packed on. Upper, still secure. I'm gonna stick with my original comments on it, that it fits more snug throughout the length of the shoe. I have not had the lace lock it. Yes, I kind of had to tighten down the midfoot just a little bit, but for the most part, the forefoot fits a little more snug. The mesh does stretch. I think there's a dual layer is what this feels like in this material. The tongue is gusseted, so it stays really, really secure, which is nice. The heel was the biggest scary part for me putting this shoe on, because the previous version, the 19, it had such a stiff heel counter. I couldn't handle wearing it that much. I don't think I did review it, but I couldn't handle that many miles because it was bothering my heel. This is cushioned and padded enough that it didn't bother me at all. There is some flexibility. It's still pretty stiff back here, but I haven't had any issues even after 100 miles as this foam is compressed. Those who are very sensitive to heel counters, you should still be a little cautious, but for me, hasn't bothered me at all. Heel still a little bit snug. The heel counter does come forward a little bit more than maybe some others, but it's been really solid. So more snug fit underfoot. Those people that have more narrow to maybe normal width but want a snug fit are going to do great here. Wide, you might want to try the wide version. I have not tried it, so I can't speak to what the wide fits like in this shoe. But overall, it kind of like, it's this borderline premium, slightly performance kind of shoe, and I'm really impressed. This is one of my top shoes of the year. I don't think it's the top yet because I need just a little bit more room here, but Saucony's really killing it, right? This has been a great shoe. It's been really fun. It feels more like a daily trainer, but with the aspects I would expect from a premium trainer that can handle a little bit of everything. That's really cushioned. It's got more of that newer age bounce. So those that want a pure training shoe that's got some influences from some of the new things that we're learning, but whether it's a really nice rockered ride that's not too aggressive, because there is still some flexibility here without being excessive. So people that are not doing well with some of the plates, this might be a great option for you, that still want a really high stack height, really nice bouncy foam underfoot with a secure upper. It's been great outside of that, and the durability is phenomenal. So I'm going to keep running on these. These have been a go-to. Again, not a stability shoe, definitely neutral, but helping. It's not unstable, which is nice. So yeah, that's our full review. We're going to have some more stuff coming soon. Again, if you want to know about the trail stuff, ask David. But we've got a lot of really cool shoes that are coming our way. And yes, there was something I mentioned that I can't talk about yet. Excited to talk about it when we can, but that's full review of the Saucony Triumph 20. It's a great daily training shoe, kind of one of my, not kind of, it is one of my favorites. We'll have to see what happens at the end of the year and who ends up on top in terms of the premium and daily training category. But for now, check back with more stuff soon.